what's up my friends? I'm Bruce Moore. You're watching Brutally Delicious, the only show on the planet that combines the love of good food with the love of all things heavy. Today we're going to be joined by Broken Flesh, an extremely heavy band out of Oklahoma. They're going to be cooking up some chili like you've never seen it before. Before we get started though, we're going to need some ingredients. Let's see what they are.
Ground bison, ground wild boar, ground venison, or deer meat as most rednecks call it, and some ground chuck. We have one medium red chopped bell pepper, one medium yellow chopped bell pepper, and chopped about 3/4 inch pieces each, and one large yellow Vidalia onion chopped with about a medium chop, about a 1/2 inch size chops. Minced roasted garlic, 3 cans of diced chili ready tomatoes, 1 large can of Bush's black beans, 1 large can of Bush's dark kidney beans, 2 cans of ranch style beans, 2 tomato paste, 2 2-pound Williams Chipotle chili seasoning mix, and 1 4-pound.
So now I invite you to kick back, relax, maybe crack the top on your favorite cold one. Let's join Broken Flesh as they cook up some chili like you've never seen it before. And always remember, my friends, keep it metal.
I'm Kevin Tubby from Broken Flesh, and you're watching Brutally Delicious. What we're going to do tonight is Broken Flesh's version of brutal chili. We're going to turn our pan on to medium-high heat, and about 1.5 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. We're going to start as this begins to heat up. We're going to add the onions in, add the bell peppers in. We're going to dump in that garlic. We're going to begin to get this warm in a pot here. I'm using a cast iron Dutch oven with a ceramic coating that's been seasoned very well. We've cooked a lot of chili in this over the last 5 or 6 years. I'll let this begin to get warm and break down. And in the meantime, a lot of people cook the vegetables and meat separate. Not me. We're going to go ahead and add in the meat, add in the ground chuck. And we've got 1.5 pounds of ground chuck. We've got 1 pound of wild boar. That is hog for the bovine illiterate. We have 1 pound of bison or odonka. We have 1 pound of deer meat or venison. And I don't know how well you can hear on the camera, but it's beginning to sizzle very nice. So we're going to break all this down together in the pot. And we're going to cook this until it's very well browned. And we're not going to drain this because all these wild games, at least, have very little fat in them whatsoever. All I'm relying on for fat content for this chili is 1.5 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil or so, and the 20% fat in the ground beef. So it will not need to be drained. Now while this is cooking, I like to season mine so that it's got some seasoning going into the final stage. I like some fresh cracked black pepper, quite a bit of it. We're going to use about 3 tablespoons in here. One of my favorite seasonings is Emerald's Essence. It's got a good blend of herbs and spices. I'm going to use about 2 tablespoons. And then for saltiness, it's good old garlic salt. About a tablespoon. We're going to mix that in. From our experience in cooking chili, and we eat a lot of chili, if you go in with bland, unseasoned meat, you might get a chili flavored chili, so to speak, to where it's got the tang and the spice, but really no savor at all. So if you spice your chili a little and season your meat as you go, you're going to have a better flavor for chili at the end of it. Okay, we're back. This has been browning now for about 7 minutes. It's getting pretty close to done. What I'm going to do now is add in 2 8-ounce cans of Hunt's tomato paste before we do anything else. What I like to do is brown the tomato paste a little bit with the meat. It really enhances and brings out the flavor. It gives it a good rich color. This will really make the chili good and thick. While this is browning, tomato paste that is, I like to add in one of my secret ingredients. This is red wine vinegar. What this does is gets the chili a really nice tang. Makes it really roll off the tongue good. Probably about a tablespoon. I've increased the heat just about 2 notches to where it would begin to simmer this tomato paste into the meat really well. You can see it's beginning to get a really pink, really rich color to it. This will eliminate having to put tomato sauce in your chili. And the tomato flavor will be really, really rich. Now that this is cooking in really well, really begin to permeate through the meat, we're going to add the rest of the tomatoes. We're going to let the tomatoes simmer for about 7 to 10 minutes in with the meat so that the flavor gets very well distributed through everything. Alright, now we're going to add in the chili seasoning. We're going to go first with the Williams Chipotle chili seasoning. It adds a nice smoky flavor. This is for 2 pounds of meat. However, I'm using almost 5 pounds of meat and using about 3 pounds of beans, so it's going to take a little more. We will use a Williams Original 4-pound mix. That's enough for 6 pounds of meat. Look at that color. Nice, dark. Now that we've added that in, we're going to go in with a large can of Bush's black baked beans. You're not going to drain them because that juice is going to add to the flavor in the chili. Large can of kidney beans, same, not draining it. This also adds to an awesome color in the chili. 1 can of ranch style beans. And the flavor in ranch style beans, you can just eat the whole can when it's warmed up. It's really good. I'll mix this together. Now all it takes is letting this simmer as long as you want. The longer you let it simmer, the richer the flavor is. But if you let it simmer for about 20 to 30 minutes, it's going to be good enough to eat. However, what I recommend is let it simmer for 4 to 6 hours. If you let it simmer 4 to 6 hours, the beans begin to break down. It makes it even thicker, and it makes a really full flavored chili. Anyway, that's Broken Flesh's Brutal Chili. Hope you enjoy. God bless and have a great day.